Hi folks, welcome to Coughlin Alumni Stadium here at South Dakota State University. Marcus Traxler, Justin Harned, we're both here, we're both ready for another season of Jackrabbit Football 2013, and the expectations sky high. Last year 9-3, make the playoffs, get knocked out by the eventual national champions North Dakota State, but this team ranked in the top 10, number 6 in one poll. What do you sort of think is the potential for this ball club?
Well, obviously with Zenner coming off of a very strong season with 2,000 yards, they're going to have to continue that running game, and with opponents knowing that Zenner is a great runner, they're going to be looking to stop him, so Sumner's going to have to step up, and he's going to have to fire to a whole new cognate of new receivers. So
yeah, it's interesting. These receivers have some experience, but we still don't know a ton about what they can do. Brandon Hubert had sort of a big game last year at Southern Illinois, kept their playoff hopes alive. And this is a team that with Tiefenthaler, Jason Schneider, they've been on the team, but it's kind of hard to know. It's not your Aaron Rollins, your Dale Mosses, your Tyrell Cools.
Right.
So it will be interesting to see how this goes. You especially like the offensive and defensive line with a lot of experience on both sides there.
Yep, I know Coach Stig has been harping on, battle in the trenches. I know he likes his offensive line and his defensive line. Offensive line's coming back. Majority of them will all be back, so that's a big plus for the offense. And I know that the defensive line is going to create quite a bit of pressure. I know we got the Jackrabbits have a few guys coming back that had 6 sacks, I believe. So that'll be a very strong addition to this new season.
I'm very curious to see how the defense looks. You think back to 2011. Their defense was kind of hum-ha. Last year, their defense was in the top 10 of a lot of defensive categories in FCS. So I'm very interested to see how this sort of unfolds. Can they play at 2012 levels, or do they sort of fall back in between 2011 2012? Not a lot of the same guys, but if you make that big jump, are you there to stay? Are you sort of infringing there on North Dakota State, who really is the top dog, and their defense is really good every year.
Right. It'll be nice to see whether the Jackrabbits are contenders or pretenders.
That's a good way of putting it. There are 2 teams on the field on Saturday. Butler visits. They play South Dakota State for the first time. This is a team that plays non-scholarship football, so none of their guys are on scholarship. But they were 8-3 last year, the best Butler's had in a while, and 7 wins in the Pioneer League, which is kind of a mishmash league of teams a lot like them. Matt Lancaster's their quarterback. He was at Illinois State for a while and now transferred to Butler. Actually played against the Jackrabbits last year, but they of course had Matt Brown. So Butler, what does SDSU have to do to make sure that Butler, who is not favored in this game by any stretch, make sure that Butler doesn't pull an upset?
Well, the Jackrabbits are obviously going to have to get the crowd involved right away. Like I was saying, the offense is just going to have to step up. Sumner, is going to have to step up and actually, take the reins and and help Zenner out.
And I think the big thing with Sumner, 21 starts now. On Saturday will be his 21st start. It's a guy who knows the offense, knows what to expect. He will be ready to play, and he had sort of blips of greatness, but coming off of a thumb injury that bothered him for a lot of the year. He's healthy. I'm interested to see if he can maybe amplify that receiving core. I like Cam Jones too at tight end, just that big body, and they'll put him all over the field. I'll be interested to see if they split him out, because that could be kind of cool. He's 6'5", and maybe throw him your jump ball in that end zone. So how much do you like the Jacks by? I think we both think the Jacks are probably going to win this game. Do you have any idea on a score?
I'll take the Jackrabbits up by 24 points.
24. I think you're kind of right. Yeah, I think somebody's had them. I think Vegas has them favored by 30. I don't think it'll be that much. I think this is probably a game they win by about 20, and I think it's probably close for the first half. This is a team that will have to sort of ramp up as the game goes on. It's plenty cool now as we tape this, but it will be in the 90s on Saturday, and SDSU taking some precautions, putting water stations around. I'll be very curious to see how things go. They're going to ground break on the new building over there. So a lot of big things happening. Fireworks after the game. You all jacked up for that?
Yeah, I had no idea. So
well, there you go. Harned will be checking out the fireworks. Marcus, Justin will be here after the game on Saturday to recap it all. Thanks for visiting SDSU Collegian.